I think we could do. Do you want to do Jank?
Sure. Cenk's always a good finisher.
Yeah, we'll finish with Jank.
Of course!
Of course!
So on a tragic day like...
His voice.
It's this video that he made directly after the Brussels attacks. And immediately,
I've probably seen this.
shifts the blame to white people or something like that.
Oh, of course. It was the people of Brussels. It was the people of Brussels, clearly.
Yeah, those Belgian people.
Look, the Belgians have been notorious imperialists.
Have you seen their waffles?
I'm just saying. I love that the croissant is being re-celebrated in France. I think that's hilarious. You know what that's from, right?
From France, no.
The croissant
from the occupation.
Yeah, the croissant is them celebrating. It was actually a pastry designed for the celebration of them having kicked out the Ottoman Empire.
Oh, it's amazing.
Whose symbol is the crescent moon.
Oh shit! Fuck you, Jank. Get fucked.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Ottomans are gone, dog.
So on a tragic day like today, when we have the bombing in Brussels, 34 killed, hundreds injured, you are going to hear, and you're already hearing from the politicians, let's go get them. In fact, I want to play you a grotesque clip from a United States congressman.
Oh, I love this.
From New York.
Okay, hold up. Really focus in. He used the word grotesque.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind while we watch this.
He always uses that kind of heightened inflammatory language when setting up a video, though. It's always grotesque, or it's always something that's that. That's why it's Boy That Cried Wolf again. As soon as you watch 3 or 4 of his videos, you're like, oh, this is just what you do.
Everything seems to be a problem in Cenk's world.
Everything is a problem in Cenk's world.
Listen.
This is a wake-up call, another wake-up call to Europe about how they have to really increase their surveillance, increase their counterterrorism. This is a reminder to us in this country never to let our guard down, and that we have to maintain surveillance. We have to be aggressive. We can't just be on defense. We have to go after them, kill them before they kill us.
Yes, and?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the... is that grotesque?
Sounds like a sensible plan to me.
Yeah, he did say go after the Muslims. He said go after specifically just, not even the Muslim terrorists. He didn't even say that. He just said terrorists.
Them, meaning fucking ISIS, who did this attack.
Yeah, well, even if you're drawing inference from his previous statement is there has been a terrorist attack. There has been a need for an increase in protection against terrorist attacks. Them. That's the them he's referring to. Terrorists.
Counterterrorism is imperialism.
Kill them before they kill us. Who is them? Now, if you have suspects, I'm in, man. Let's go get the special forces. Let's do what we got to do.
Oh, thank God.
It's always the special forces.
I was waiting on the edge of my seat if Cenk was on board. Because if Cenk said no, I would have had to have rescinded my support as well. I was really waiting for Cenk to throw his name in the hat. The whole United States Army is like waiting, like, oh shit, we need to tune into the Young Turks. What's Cenk gonna say? Okay, maybe. Are we gonna go to war? Nah, we're good. We're gonna sit this one out, guys.
Yeah, basically.
Evidence. Let's go get the sons of bitches.
Good clap.
I want to get everybody who did every one of these bombings, from Brussels to Paris to Nigeria to Turkey to Beirut. Let's go get all the guys who did it. Okay. Now, if you want to get them before they get us, who is them, and how do you know where they're coming? You got good intelligence? Again, let's take action.
What do you think they were talking about?
No, the plan was, we didn't have any intelligence at all. The plan was just to go in like Rambo, guns blazing, gunning down every single person in sight. That was the plan. Yeah,
but specifically, let's be serious, mostly brown people. I mean, we're not really concerned about anything else. It's just we were going to gun down mostly brown people.
Hey, look, have you heard what Sam Harris said about his flight security protocols? He doesn't even care about the white people. It just lets them through. And the Korean grandmas, oh, they get through even quicker. It's just the brown people.
But if you mean broadly, let's go drop bombs. Let's go kill more people in the Middle East.
That's not even what was said.
Exactly what Republicans like Peter King think.
That's not even what
Straw
the man
man.
said.
You know, look, I reference it a lot. I fucking can't stand Republicans. I don't like Fox News. But that's not what this guy was saying. When you have to stoop to straw manning Republicans and Fox News, then maybe that's a sign that you're a fucking fraud.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, who cares? Who cares what that guy's voting record is before, or what Fox News has broadcasted? That particular statement in that story was true.
Yeah.
How about we judge these things individually?
Yeah, no, because it's impossible. You can't. Again, it's like people judging Donald Trump for retweeting a Mussolini quote.
Like, it's just this game of people carrying baggage. Like, oh, you know, I hear what you're saying now, but that doesn't matter because you said this 10 years ago.
Exactly.
You know,
Hillary Clinton. It's character assassination. That's what it is. It's a tried and true technique.
For the Iraq War, Hillary Clinton. Well, you have no more say on foreign policy.
Yeah,
even though everyone was in favor of it.
It's been the case since politics immemorial. I mean, it's what we're going to deal with forever. Is the fact that character assassination works.
Absolutely.
Kill them. Well, I've got interesting news for you. We already have.
Obviously not.
Fact.
If we'd killed them, they wouldn't have been able to perpetrate the attack, idiot.
We killed them, but then they resurrected for this, I guess.
I'm going to do a V impression. Yes, that's right. We killed them, and then they hit the revive. They hit the revive, and they came back.
We put them in the Lazarus pits.
Yes, but they came back. You know, you cannot control them. It is the enemy. It is how the game is played. They do the revive.
That was pretty good.
This is from CNN. The U.S. Air Force has fired off more than 20,000 missiles and bombs since the U.S. bombing campaign against ISIS began 15 months ago, according to the...
Why does he read like that?
Very
Bombs since the U.S. bombing campaign against ISIS began 15 months ago.
He has poor reading comprehension.
Jesus.
He's dyslexic secretly. That's his oppressive-ism.
Air Force. That's our Air Force.
Yes.
That's not Wiki.
Yes, it is our Air Force.
Yeah, that's probably why the statement began with the U.S. Air Force.
Fucking retard. Yes, it is. Again, and the other aspect of this is it's a true statistic that most of the population isn't going to understand. Just like when they say, when we started war with Iraq, we went in and we bombed. We didn't go in and bomb military targets. We went in and hit civilian things. We went in and hit infrastructure, bridges, and yes, that's how war is fought. That's what you do. You take out the power plants. You take out water processing plants. You take out infrastructure. That is how you win a war without killing everyone in the fucking country.
Absolutely. You know what? I could get behind him if he went the angle like, you know what? We've been fighting ISIS and it isn't really getting as much coverage as you think it would. You know, considering like this is a military effort, you would expect to see reports on this a lot more, in specific incidents more. But he can't make that criticism because they don't do that. They report stupid stories about like individual cases of racists in America.
Yeah. Well, I love that not many people got a whole lot of traction. Have you heard a whole lot about that story about the 12 or 14-year-old girl that got body slammed by a cop?
Oh, that was a couple months ago, wasn't it?
I don't know. It just hit. No. This was recently. This just happened a couple days ago.
I don't know this one then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know why? She wasn't black.
Oh shit. Yeah. The Young Turks are going to report it, and you know everyone knows that's where I get my news primarily.
Well, yeah, primarily, predominantly the Young Turks I know are never going to let me down.
I can't even imagine what the world would look like if the Young Turks were my news source.
It would be a sad place.
I don't think I would know what was ever going on at any point.
No, and there's a gentleman in our chat that was in that boat apparently, and I feel for you. It's okay.
You know, it's kind of like those confessions. They all, you know, get in chairs, sit in a circle. You know, guys, I really have to get this off my chest. I was a fan of the Young Turks, and like Lalo Dagash pulls out his Young Turk shirt from back in the day. It's like, oh, we need to symbolically burn this now because We need to exorcise these demons from you.
Yeah, well, and I think many of us who dislike the Young Turks dislike them as much as we do now because at some point we may have bought some of their bullshit. And then we went, oh, god damn it, they're liars. I only found the Young Turks 8 months ago. No bullshit. I only ever heard of them
too.
8 months ago. And I watched for 2 months unironically. And then
Shit.
after 2 months of off and on viewership, I was like, these guys are just liars. They are the Fox News of the left. They're just as bad, if not fucking worse. And because I was on the left, it offended me morally, so I got mad at them.
Yeah, they really are just ridiculous. We can keep going if you'd like.
Although WikiLeaks leaks government documents, so it's enormously accurate. That's not anybody's opinion. That's the Air Force. Now I'll give you more detail.
But here's my
This
opinion.
is Mika Zenko, who's on the Council of Foreign Relations. He says, since January 1st, 2015, the U.S. has dropped around 23,144 bombs on Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia, all countries that are majority Muslim.
Several of those, their actual governments called us in to do so. Because we have things they don't, called airplanes. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Not everybody has an Air Force. We're kind of lucky in that case.
Yeah, I like the way it's worded too. Like, oh, by the way, guys, all these countries you bombed, majority Muslim. Yeah. Like, that would have been like, you know what? We bombed.
And,
Germans.
Check the source out. Fuck me, I'm out. That is just the source itself is a mic drop.
Oh, God. It went so downhill. We had CNN, and then we have this.
Senior fellow at the Council of Foreign Relations and writer for Alternate.
And how's that working for us? Has it stopped the bombing? Is the West safe now?
Yeah.
Hey, it's safer.
Yeah, it's safer
than it would have been if we hadn't dropped any bombs.
I can assure you of that. There's not a shadow of doubt in my mind that it's safer than if we had done nothing.
No, look, we needed to have Justin Trudeau's strategy and just lay down our arms, hold our arms out for a hug, and everything would have worked out.
Yeah, if I
come on in, jihadists.
If I recall, all they want us to do is bow and put our heads to the floor.
I mean, it's really just a sign of respect. It's their culture.
Yeah, that's the least we should be willing to do.
Oh, right. We had all those bombings anyway. Paris, Istanbul, Brussels, San Bernardino shootings. Are we safe yet? We dropped 20,000 bombs, 23,000 bombs. Shouldn't we be safe by now?
Cenk, I hate to inform you, but there are many Muslims in the world, almost 2 billion actually, and many of them, they don't even need to necessarily be in the Middle East to be radicalized, as we've seen like in the San Bernardino and a couple other incidents. So, yeah. But I can assure you...
I love that they never realize they're advocating for genocide.
Yes, they really are. It's like, it's such an unrealistic expectation. You know, like, unless we have no terrorist attacks at all, the efforts aren't working.
Exactly. That's basically... And not only that, but like I said, if you're talking... You're conflating the reasons. What he's doing is he's saying... The reason we bomb these countries is to stop terrorism in the West. No, like I said, many times we're called in to help stop terrorism in these countries because we have a superior military force.
Terrorism will always exist. It has always existed in some form or another, and moving on in this game of modern warfare, it is the primary method for a lot of groups.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just... It's not the point. And like what he's actually doing here is saying, okay, yeah, well, the Muslims still committed terrorist acts in spite of us bombing them in the Middle East. It didn't solve the problem. The problem is the Muslims. Oh, wait, that's not the... Wait, that wasn't the point. That wasn't the point. Like, he sounds like Hitler without finishing the sentence. And he doesn't even realize it. He's advocating against his own cause to anyone that's paying any attention whatsoever.
Yeah, a lot of contradictions.
He's literally saying, well, yeah, we shouldn't be bombing the Middle East. We should be dealing with the Muslim problem at home. Right? That makes more sense.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the less than 1% of Muslims here.
Well,
as
we need
opposed
to.
the,
What he's saying is to make ourselves safe, we have to deal with them because the problem isn't the Muslims in the Middle East. They're busy bombing each other. We should leave them alone, and we should deal with the Muslim problem at home. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
like they
Cenk.
overcome like that. Cenk is just ridiculous.
Yeah, he irritates the fuck out of me because he's such a moron.
That doesn't help. Not at all.
In fact,
Oh, Reese wants to tap. I heard it in his voice.
No, I'm good. I'm good. We can do
General
a
Mark
little
Welch
bit
says,
more.
he's the Air Force Chief of Staff. As the U.S. ramps up its
Trying to
campaign
call me
against
out on that.
Islamist terrorist group in Iraq.
Man, I think Reese wants to quit. This shit's bad. Look, if I wanted to quit every time we played a bad video on this show,
This would be a very
this would be
brief
a
show.
5-minute stream.
Yeah, this would be like one of the alternate radio shows where people get on and just shout for 3 minutes and then shut it down.
Alternate.
Ugh.
Iraq and Syria. The Air Force is now, quote, expending munitions faster than we can replenish them. We're running out of bombs. That's how many bombs we've dropped.
Well, good. We've had a stockpile for a
in fact,
while.
he says B-1s have dropped bombs in record numbers.
Oh my God. Yes, they have because
Yeah, this has been a
B1s
pretty long conflict.
B1s were relatively new. I mean, it doesn't even. Yes, B1s have dropped bombs in record numbers. Look at the previous record and then have a conversation with me about it.
That's like saying the newest Transformers movie just broke the box office record. It's like, yeah, and the next one will break that.
Yeah, that's just what these things do. It's not impressive. It's like it's not even as impressive as home run averages, for Christ's sake. It's almost inevitable as people get more. There are more people, there will be more bombs.
Yep.
So you want us to do what? Double the record? Triple the record? Is 60,000
Quadruple,
bombs going
actually.
to solve it if 23,000 didn't? One more here from CNN. The bombing campaign has left the U.S. Air Force with what an Air Force official described as munitions depot stocks, quote, below our desired objective. In other words, quite literally what I was just telling you.
Well, it sounds like he's trying to secure the positions for the people at the production plants of Boeing.
Hey, those are the coveted jobs we keep hearing about.
Someone's got to build the bombs, asshole.
build more bombs, guys.
I mean, someone's got to do it. I mean, really, okay, let's be serious. Do you want American-made bombs or Chinese-made bombs? I mean, let's be serious.
That's a good point. Yeah, the Chinese bombs might have razor blades in them, so...
Yeah, or every third one just won't work. I mean...
Oh, it's another dud. I like this. So, there's a fork in the road for Cenk. And, okay, we're running out of bombs. We'll accept that premise. We're running out of bombs. What do? Either we make more bombs and continue fighting the conflict we're involved in, or because we're running out, we should just stop. We should run out completely.
Just imagine this is year 2 of World War II.
Oh, God. Yeah. You know what? Guys.
Really, this whole war effort thing, we really got to fucking crank this shit down. It's not working.
They call up Hitler and they're like, listen, we're running out of shit over here.
Listen, you don't understand the deeply held beliefs that the Japanese people have about the emperor and the fate of the empire that's inherent in them. So we can't keep pushing them about this, and we may as well just stop fighting. They're clearly never going to stop. So
look, it's their culture. Who are we to judge with our bullets?
It's fucking insane.
We're running out of bombs. We've dropped so many bombs on so many Muslim countries, and specifically ISIS in Syria and Iraq.
Oh, so he likes to say Muslim countries, but he's willing to do that little jiggle where he goes back to, but mostly it's been ISIS and Syria and Iraq. So it's
that kind of makes the distinction of them being Muslim completely meaningless. We didn't
though?
bomb these people because they were Muslim. We bombed them because they were terrorists.
Yeah, well, again, you're right. That is happening in predominantly Muslim countries. We're predominantly being called into these Muslim countries to deal with Muslim terrorist uprisings.
Yeah, what's the lowest common denominator here?
It's yeah. I'm just saying. Once again, Cenk, I've logically deduced that what you're saying to me is the problem is Muslims.
Subliminal messages.
The United States of America is starting to run out of bombs. And yet we are told by the right wing in our country who love war and violence is the answer. If only we dropped a couple of more bombs. Okay.
Oh my god.
I love how they paint right-wingers like most of them aren't just like anyone else.
Like, you're forcing me to defend them. Like, and they're not my cup of tea, but Jesus, they're not all hawks.
No, they're not. Not at all.
It's ridiculous.
Alright, Cenk, you're done.
Yeah, that's enough. Look at him hanging his head in shame.
That's how you should look.
Get fucked, Jake.
Is that the face you used to make when your mom used to put a clothesline clip on your penis and tell you never to use that thing? Is that what you did? Is this the fucking face you used to make, Jake?
This is his response to Brussels. Get fucked.
Asshole.